World of Warcraft was released in 2004 by Blizzard Entertainment. Set in the Warcraft fantasy universe, World of Warcraft takes place within the world of Azeroth, approximately 4 years after the events of the previous game in the series, Warcraft 3: The Frozen Throne. The game was announced in 2001 and was released for the 10th anniversary of the Warcraft franchise on November 23, 2004. Since launch, World of Warcraft has 9 major expansion packs: the Burning Crusade, Wrath of the Lich King, Cataclysm, Mists of Pandaria, Warlords of Draenor, Legion, Battles for Azeroth, Shadowlands, Dragonflight, and the newly released The War Within. Similar to other MMORPGs, the game allows players to create a character avatar and explore an open world in third person or first person view, exploring the landscape, fighting various monsters, and completing quests and interacting with NPCs or other players. The game encourages players to work together to complete quests, enter dungeons, combat. However, the game can also be played solo without interacting with others. The game primarily focuses on character progression, in which players earn experience points to level up their character, to make them more powerful and buy and sell items using in-game currency to acquire better equipment, among other game systems. Having been a huge Final Fantasy XIV player, and still an active player, and in general an MMORPG fan, I dabbled on the release of WoW Classic. I had a brilliant time, created an Orc Warrior, and eventually got myself to level 30, where I decided to call it a day. The only reason why I decided to call it a day, as I was just playing alone and it just felt like a very lonely experience for me. I truly did enjoy my time in WoW Classic, and I walked away appreciating the game and understanding where the game addiction can come from and the love for the game has to offer. Fast forward to 2024 and The War Within newly released, I was always so curious as to what WoW retail would be like, so today I wanted to share with you my journey of WoW retail.
I'm very happy with her. Choose your starting zone. Okay.
Yet as the great cataclysm shakes the boughs of their colossal tree, the night elves brace themselves against the coming storm. As war and destruction close in from all sides, it falls to night elves like you to stand strong and protect the enduring legacy of your people.
Oh, we immediately spawn next to each other because phase. Add you as
One
a
second.
character.
1 second, cutscene.
No,
Excuse me.
I
We both created our characters. This time, we created a night elf. V taught me some keybinds, and we sorted out some settings and started our journey with doing some quests and slowly making our way to Shadowglen.
This year, as we're doing it together, we should be having 6 out of 6 now.
Yeah, we're 6 out of 6, we're done. We killed some young night sabers, continued our journey, and discussed that reading all the side quest dialogue was the approach we wanted to take, as it'll give us a good feel for the zone and the vibe that the game has to offer.
Are you a fan of reading these quests even though they're fetch quests? Like, I'm perfectly fine with it.
You can read them if you want.
Okay, sure.
I think it'd be okay, yeah.
Yeah, I just want you to get the feel for it. Why not? You seem to know what you're doing. Perhaps I can task you with something a little more important. As you may well know, the corruption in Teldrassil was supposedly wiped away, yet something lingers. The creatures have not calmed and all manner of problems still plague us. I need you to deal with the Grelkin that have gathered to the west, and while you're there, I want you to search them for Fel Moss. This will help me determine from where this continuing corruption stems.
Later, Tarandrella sent us inside a cave and we destroyed some webwood spiders. We paid a visit to Teneron, who apparently lives up this gorgeous tree.
Actually, the second character that I'm starting from the very beginning that I do intend to level up, so that's big for me.
The Moonwells hold the waters of the Well of Eternity, the ancient source of magic that has wrought so many horrors upon our world. The druids take advantage of its properties. The sentinels revere the wells as shrines to Aluna. Is it Alune or Alune? Alune, yeah. And now even the returning Highborn look to the wells longingly. Yeah. So you have heard the first part of the aftermath of the Battle of Mount.
Hi, Joe.
Okay, there is much more for you to learn, and the task you have begun here will continue through the rest of your journey through Teldrassil and into Dionysus. while there is more I could speak to you of the Moonwells and of the Teldrassil, I must send you along. Corytherus, Moonrage will be expecting you. I have poured the water vial you brought me into this vessel to bring him. Seek out Corytherus. God, I'm saying that wrong. You'll find him at the Moonwell in Dolanaar. Is that Dolanaar, by the way, or Dolanaar? Dolanaar. Follow the road south to Aldrassil, out of the Shadowglen, and continue to follow the cobblestones as the road turns west. Mind you stay on the road though, Neon players. There are dangerous breasts in the forests of late. Beasts. Sorry.
That is actually sound advice, because here you kind of do want to stay on the road if you can.
Oh, I thought you meant about the breasts. I was like, wait, really? Sound advice about the... And then finally we ventured further on in our journey to Teldrassil. And V explains that we're actually questing inside of a tree, which I thought was really unique and interesting.
So this is Teldrassil. This is actually, if you look around, you might not be able to notice it, but if you press M and open your map, you will see that we are actually inside of a giant tree. So here is where you learn this. This is very druid-like. Druid themes are very strong here. And I started here as a druid, but it doesn't matter really at all. So we're just gonna go and complete. Oh, we can complete all of the quests here if you want to, or we can complete the ones that they're requiring us to do. I like to complete all of them. There's not that many, and they do level you up. They prepare you, story-wise for what lies ahead. So I don't mind them. I don't mind them at all.
Music's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Along this way, I've been finding out more and more about the Night Elves and how they live, and I was really starting to get invested in the world that they'd built.
Touch me.
Further on, we finally dinged level 6. I murdered everything in sight.
Because it's, it's my city. Oh.
I'm just running around and just claiming EXP from things. And eventually made our way to Dolanaar. Dolanaar, yeah, nice.
Feels like home.
Oh, there's a big Trent thingy walking there. V was really embracing the nostalgia at this stage, as she was revisiting a game like this for the first time since she'd created her character many years ago. We started getting straight to work with doing quests in Dolanaar.
The druid lore is that they sleep for a very long time, and they sleep for like hundreds and hundreds of years, and sometimes they get woken up from their sleep, and then they go and sleep again. What a life.
And is that why when we're in a building we have the sleeping icon next to our character's profile picture?
No, actually, but that's a very good question. The sleeping icon will always appear when you are like in an inn or a resting zone, and that means that your character is resting, and when you log out you get a bonus resting experience.
It's like the Sanctuary in FF14.
Yes. So you want to always log out in a resting zone to have a bonus for next time that you're leveling.
We geared up, sold junk at the vendor, along with taking a small break, and continued our adventure, and found ourselves killing Nalpines, and eventually dinged level 9.
Killing them for nothing then.
I'm out of range.
Okay.
Yeah, but we now have 20, so... And we leveled up.
After a while, we found ourselves picking up some seeds and sprouts for Dolanaar, and made our way back to the resting zone in Dolanaar Inn, where we decided to call it a day. Overall, my experience of Day 1 of WoW Retail, it was very pleasant, and I loved the ambience and the music in the zones, along with finding out lore about the Night Elves and Druids, and I really enjoyed taking it nice and slow, really reading all the dialogue of all the little side quests, and meeting all these really interesting characters who all had a story to tell, and I found it really set the tone and vibe of these zones. Even realising how savage and brutal some of them can be, such as one of them telling me to bring the head of an enemy back to him, for example. As I logged out for the night, I found myself itching and looking forward to diving back into this gorgeous world that I've explored. As a Final Fantasy XIV player spoiled by amazing storytelling, I was skeptical about WoW and its story and its storytelling, but I'm realising that a lot of the story is told through these side quests and NPCs, or at least that's what I'm feeling after Day 1 anyway. V is doing an excellent job at showing me around, guiding me and explaining tidbits and advice as we play through the game. So far, we plan on continuing this game and possibly playing through all these expansions, and as of recording of this video, we're currently working on a route best suited to finding a way to experience all the expansions in a way everyone else did on release. I'm aware this is a little harder to route these days, and I'm likely going to be over-leveled at some sections, but we're trying to work something out that lets me enjoy this experience to its full potential. If you have any advice on a good route, or have any tips or advice, I'd love to hear them in the comments below. Also, if you'd like to see the entire journey unedited, then you can check out the video in the description of V's channel, linking to the 3-hour session we had. If you would like to see more videos like this, and see my journey in this video format, please be sure to comment and let me know. I'll try and get back to work on the next video if there's a big demand for it. Be sure to leave this video a like for the YouTube algorithm gods, leave an emoji if you have nothing to say in the comments for just engagement, social media's on screen, and I'll see you all real soon. Happy gaming.